Okay, today we are going to understand how things will actually get going with our configuration and understanding. So starting with enterprise structure, it's basically the hierarchy that we will define. And when we speak of hierarchy, is basically we are creating a whole structure of the entire organization. Okay. And in the organization, of course, we'll integrate with finance, with departments, with selling, sales and distribution, and of course, the logistics that we'll see. So enterprise structure is something like this, where we have different departments connected together in SAP, and this is what basically is required from a SAP, from SAP consultant to integrate. Okay. So at the top, we have client, then we have company, and then multiple company codes, multiple plants under one company code. Okay. And plants will have purchase organization and sales organization, or plants are where the manufacturing is done. So under purchasing, we have purchasing groups, sales groups, and every plant will have its own storage location for raw material, for finished goods, for semi-finished goods. Okay. In material management, the enterprise structure is like this, where the company code reports to the company, and the company code has a mirror or a transparent other department, which is the costing department, the controlling area, where the profitability is basically calculated and viewed in reports. The plant, of course, comes under the company code. That is how SAP is structured. Okay. In finance and controlling, we have these areas under finance, of course, which means that the finance people, they will have a company code, and above the company code, we'll have a controlling area and a credit control area. In sales and distribution, the structure is like this, where we have a sales org, which comes under the plant. And under sales org, we have distribution channels, sales groups, sales offices, divisions. In logistics, we have plants, store locations, purchasing organizations, and purchasing group. A plant is where you perform the production activities. So it's a manufacturing setup or a head office that can be described as a plant. So storage location is the physical area where materials are stored. So 01 is your location for raw materials, for example, and 02 is your semi-finished location. Purchase organization, it is a company specific and assigned to the company code. Okay. And it can be assigned to a plant also. So it's better to assign it to a plant. Purchase group, it comes under the purchase organization. So it's responsible for purchasing activities. Like RM1, they are responsible for raw material purchasing. Material type, now broadly, there are three material types: raw material, semi-finished, and finished goods. Okay. And these material types are broadly defined. We have raw material, semi-finished, finished, packing material, and many others supplied by SAP. Material master, when we are creating a raw material or semi-finished good or a finished good, its description will have certain features in SAP. And what are those? Basically, those are categorized and segmented in these views that we'll see in SAP very soon. And material master views can be seen as features. Okay. Now, these are the features that we can build in SAP. Okay. We have warehouse data, we have quality management data, and we have accounting data, costing data. These are the views basically. Okay. Now, the views that we have in Material Master are these under which the details for basic data like name, address, quantity, unit of measurement are basically recorded and captured. Then we have MRP, which is material requirement planning. We have quality management for quality control. The checks are basically put in over here, work scheduling, sales. Details for every department are put here so we can have a material master record in one place. So sequence of material master view is based on the industrial type, industrial group. So material master views will be based on industry that we are talking about. Okay. So some fields in these views will be necessary, obligatory, optional, or hidden. That we'll see as per the industry. That is enterprise structure. That was the first lecture. I hope you get the point. And in next, of course, we'll cover how we can basically cover the configuration. And let me show if you can. Yes, we have this configuration here. In configuration, of course, we will look into areas like planning, procurement, inventory management, and I'll supply these to you also. We'll have purchase orders, inventory management, master data. So we have a complete breakdown of all the configuration parts that we'll go over. Okay. Enterprise structure. Code. Let me see if SAP is with us or not. Define valuation level. So valuation level are basically covered at plant level, company code level. Okay. Infrastructure defined logistics defined valuation level. Valuation level. So valuation area is your plant. Your plant is your valuation area. When a valuation, what is valuation? Basically, a valuation is how you are going to evaluate or put a value to your materials, raw materials, and finished goods and finished goods. How will you want to evaluate it? You want to evaluate it at company level or group level or profit center level, and in what currency? That is valuation in simple language. Okay. Now, this valuation define plant. Okay, let's move to the next step, that is plant. They've already defined some plants, but copy, delete, check plant, define plant, double click. Okay. I guess we made one plant that was our M1. Yeah, Ramesh Industries, RM01. Save. Yeah, okay. Define plant. We've defined the plant. We're not copying it. Maintain plants detail on the factory calendar in plant. Okay, logistics, generalize, define copy, check plant, double click, define plant, gray box. Okay, double click. Okay, we have factory calendar India, postal code, Chestnut Drive. Okay. Maintain the address. Okay, where do we maintain the address? Maintain the address here. Okay, Ramesh Industries, Chestnut Drive. And okay. Other than that, define location, generalize, define location. Define location. Okay, new entries. And of course, we have a location, but we'll just add some details. Plant location, no, we do not want it. RM01. Yeah, production factory. Yeah, address. Yeah, Ramesh Industries, Hyderabad, and 36. So this is all good. Yeah, and storage location. Okay. Storage. RM01. Yeah, it's already there. Finished goods and new entries. 3,000 raw materials. RM01 and SFG. Save. Yeah. So 3 storage locations have been maintained. So we'll do it in the next one, purchase organization, or let's wrap it up with purchase organization. Purchase. RM01. Okay, Ramesh, purchase org. That's it. Fine. So let's pause here.